Hi, this is Gizmo First, and today I'm here in my office. It's nothing special. I don't have any of the memorabilia that some of the YouTubers have hanging up. This is a office, working space, teaching area, music studio. So you'll see cables and instruments strewn about. But it is what it is, and I am who I am. So here we go. Let's let it not detract from what we can see today. Newsweek, Fallout 76, the Pitt. Bethesda teases more details about new expansion. Now, since Nuclear Winter dropped, there's been a lot of people that are happy about it, a lot of people that are sad about it. Some people are indifferent, but Bethesda originally released Fallout 76 to have huge PvP elements, which were slammed by the community. The community did not want to play PvP. I have to admit myself, when I first got the game, I wasn't thrilled about it. I avoided it at all costs because it is difficult in adventure mode. PvP is broken. If you're level 50, generally you don't have a chance against level 200s. And I know people, if they watch this, yeah, you do. You don't. No, you don't, right? And especially now with legacy weapons being a thing, someone has a legacy weapon, you're dead within a second. You don't have time to react unless you're expecting it coming. Nuclear Winter was kind of a middle ground for that. They had survival, which also dropped in popularity, but again, it's both of the things that have been cancelled. So we're talking about survival mode and Nuclear Winter. Both of those modes died not because people didn't want to play them, it was because there were not enough incentives to play them. So, when we inevitably got the news that we were losing Nuclear Winter, like we'd lost survival mode before, a lot of people who are into PvP now because of Nuclear Winter, and there is quite a lot of people, despite what Bethesda would like you to believe, a lot of people said, yeah, but maybe Bethesda will release the Pit and it will be something amazing, that there's going to be a new PvP in there. This will put a dampener on your spirits if you're expecting the Pit to have anything to do with PvP. The Fallout Expeditions, the Pit, is scheduled for release in 2022, and the team over at Bethesda Softworks hope it will be the game's most replayable content yet. Have a look at this word for a minute. Replayable. What do you think about when it comes to Fallout 76? Yeah, me too. Daily ops. Right? Now, being forced to play daily ops every single day is a drag, right? And you are forced to play it. You're forced to play it to get the rewards, to get up that scoreboard, and it gets to be a drag. Now, the thing is, when the Pit drops, you can bet that is also going to be on the dailies, on the weeklies, and you're going to be forced to replay that every single day. When Bethesda says something is replayable, it gets on my tits. It really does. So, but maybe there's PvP in there. Maybe it will be fun. Maybe it will replace the Nuclear Winter element of daily challenges. So let's scroll down, shall we? It says, okay, so there's a bit of background on where the Pit first came up. Fallout 3, those of you who've played it, I have. Well, I can't remember much about it, so the project is specifically blah, 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 blah. Where is it? Yes, it says it's going to be a very story-driven game. The project has been overseen by Jeff Gardner, the lead producer on Fallout 76, who already has an intimate history of the Pit, having supervised the original DLC for Fallout 3. Sounds promising. Speaking at a roundtable interview for the Steel Rain update, Gardner was unable to reveal too much, although he did tease a few details. Specifically, he indicated that the expansion will be very story-driven, and that it will be geared towards repeat playthroughs. And here we go again with repeatable playthroughs. Although he did not explicitly confirm that there would be branching paths, this is something that 76 has begun to embrace with this recent update. So let me clarify that a little bit. Branching paths, yes, okay, but those branches have no long-term consequences. So for example, if you choose to go with the Raiders instead of Foundation, Foundation will still welcome you in. They won't attack you on sight. This is what I'm talking about. There are branches, but there's no long-lasting consequences for your actions. Gardner said, we decided the Pit because it's local to West Virginia. That makes sense. And this has been a long time theory amongst 76 players that the first place we'll see outside of Appalachia will be the Pit. The designers have thought long and hard how to make content that's both fun and repeatable. The Pit has got really unique mechanics, a cool story, and repeatable content, so players can enjoy it more than once. Okay, but here we go. Where is it that it says it basically knocks any kind of hope of a decent PvP on the head? Now, before you say that PvP has no place in the Fallout universe, it does. It really does. right? If it's done well, PvP could be a fantastic mechanic in the Fallout universe, because when you think of people coming out the vault and struggling to survive, they're going to be fighting each other, right? This game is almost tailor-made for PvP, almost more than any other game. You might think war games, okay, war games obviously PvP as well are very good. You could also make if people would have made the argument back when Call of Duty was a thing, that no, Call of Duty is great with stories and campaigns and we should never see PvP, or the same with Battlefield was made for PvP, but we could say that the Call of Duty should have never gone into a PvP area, and in which case we wouldn't have Warzone now, which is hugely popular, whether you like it or not. I actually like Warzone. So to say that something doesn't belong here just because I say it doesn't, it fits the story. It really does. So in Fallout, you cannot say in any objective way that PvP cannot be done well and doesn't have a place in the Fallout universe. But here we go. And where did I see it? I'm struggling to find it. Okay, let's go through it. We decided to put, okay, Mark Tucker echoed these sentiments, highlighting that the expansion will be overtly story driven and accessible for those who prefer to experience things solo. A lot of people will be standing up and clapping right now because for years after Fallout 4 was released, people were saying, oh, wouldn't it be great if we could walk around a Fallout universe with our friends and do stuff. And when it came out, they said, oh, we prefer solo. But this is basically, there is a huge loud group of people who are always going to be unhappy. They're always going to be unhappy. Doesn't matter what you do, how you do it, how you implement it, they will always be unhappy, right? So now you're going to have those people that have been saying for the past 3 years, oh, Fallout 76 sucks because it's not solo. Solo should be the only thing that ever happens in Fallout. Yeah, okay, so they're going to be happy. But I'm telling you, when it comes out, they won't, because they will find something to nitpick at it. So those people who are happy now they're going to do a fruit when it comes out, because they're not going to be satisfied, because it's not going to be Fallout 4, right? It's going to be a small area at them, you know. It's a tricky balance because our game is really unique. We have got a split in our player base. Well, at least they acknowledge that. We have those who play almost completely in teams, and we have players who never join teams. So we have to make sure that we are providing great options for both. I really hope they do. You know, I hope the Pit is good. I really hope the Pit is good. I do get chills down my spine though when I hear things like repeatable gameplay, right? I'm interested to see though how they do repeatable gameplay and story-driven content. So will it change the story when you go through it a second, third, fourth, fifth time? What will it change? What branches will open up, let's say? Maybe it'll be more possible because it'll be kind of instanced. So if you're going to be playing solo, they will save the information of the choices that you've taken, so it will be more kind of geared to you as an individual player. Maybe that's possible. This is in keeping with the general direction that Fallout 76 has been heading in over the past few months. Speaking to Newsweek about the game's renewed emphasis on branching narratives, Tucker said, Since launch, we have made significant changes with the Wastelanders update, adding NPCs and stories that are more in line with traditional Fallout games. Yes, they have. You've got to give them that. They have put some work into this game. They've put a lot of work into this game. The last year, for me, has been kind of lackluster. There hasn't been a lot of work put in. You can't say that the Steel Dawn and Steel Rain represent the best that Bethesda has to offer in terms of the storyline. Anyway, so if you were hoping that the Pit would have anything to do with PvP, it doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. Also, you know, the reasons for shutting down Nuclear Winter so we can focus more on developing adventure mode are BS. Absolutely rubbish. I'm actually going to do another video on that. Re-emphasizing that it's lies, it's absolute downright lies, and we know that Bethesda lies 16 times the detail and so forth. I don't want to bash Bethesda because Starfield's coming out. I'm really hoping it's good. I really want it to be good. Fallout 76 has been a great experience for me. If I stopped playing 76 with nearly 1,000 hours played, there's no other game that I've ever played that I've put that much work into, and I'm really satisfied. I've had value for money. I've loved the game. I have loved the game. If I stopped playing tomorrow, I would not be hating on Bethesda for it, because I've had a hell of a time in this game. But for it to keep going, it has to receive more. It has to receive more. At the moment, it's geared to getting Xbox Game Pass players, new players hooked. Is not offering a lot of things for end game players. Okay, this is Gizmo First. Please let me know what you think. give me theories about the Pitt, and I will catch you later. Leave a like and subscribe.